it on now?
Yeah, it's recording now. Yeah, you can talk on it now, Ernest.
That was the voice of my granddad. Him and any grandparent are generally loved and cared for by the people that are connected to them. This is the same for me and my grandparents. In this documentary, we'll be looking into grandparents and the importance of them to me and others I know. I will personally look into the lives of my grandparents, the memories me and my family had of them, and how they changed over time.
Sure, mate.
Way!
A grandparent is a parent of a child's father or mother. It has also been found that it is the second most important relationship in a child's life. They have also give both grandparents and grandchildren happiness. It is a crucial relationship that helps the child develop. They make a difference. This is because some grandparents give their grandchildren values and knowledge that can be seen as timeless to any era or decade of life. Now to look at the first of my grandparents, the life of Ernest Horner.
Oh, that's good. Gangan's all dead.
Let's go look at it. Jerry, look.
Ernie Horner was born 10th of September 1936. He has many grandchildren, including me and Harry Taylor.
Well, I do remember that when me and you were toddlers, he used to take us for a walk around Bramley in our double buggy. And in December every year we go to Grandma and Grandma's house, and we had to look out the window and we saw Father Christmas, but little did we know that it was only Grandad dressed up as Father Christmas. It wasn't actually him.
With me and my granddad, when I was younger, we used to go into Rotherham Town Centre. We used to go in all, the markets and the different stores there and all the other things. Throughout Grandad's life, and especially in his later years when he retired and stuff, he loved going in his garden, loved spending all the time in the garden. If he wasn't in the house, he was in the garden.
Babysitting. Blinky there. And proper in the pudding.
However, one night, after a day or two after I went to see him, he went upstairs to go to sleep. My grandma noticed something was quiet, so she went upstairs to check why it was so quiet, and she found my granddad on the floor, collapsed, unconscious. So she went to ring an ambulance and things, and it was a big shock. We knew he wasn't well for some time, but we didn't think it was gonna be this soon. I remember me staying up all night, like I knew it was it, it was the last time kind of thing. He always joked every Christmas saying, "Oh, this one's gonna be my last Christmas with you lot," kind of thing. He said it every year, so he was bound to get it right at least once. Yeah, I do still miss him, but I'm glad I managed to say my goodbyes a day or two before. So it's not like I've got any regrets about, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, because I'm glad I got to see him when I did.
Come on, my little sweetheart. Come on, my little tiger. Oh, your legs, mine, your legs. You took first.
He
He's recording.
Yes, you can't see us with the camera.
The telly. Come and see. Be on the telly in a minute. Watch. Smile nicely.
This is Will and Ted, my nephews, my sister's boys, and my dad's grandchildren. Will is 10 and Ted is 3.
Here we go. No. I'm going to give you him, and you can bring them closer to your chest, but you can't drop one. That was only 3.
What do you like about Grandad?
Toys. I like when we went to the caravan park in Carsington, that's it. We went to Carsington, when we did the Easter egg hunt, when we were near the lake.
What makes a good grandparent to you?
A good grandparent is like when they spend time with you, when they take care of you and do all sorts of fun things like my granddad.
I sat down with my dad to discuss what it means for him to be a grandparent.
Sure, mate. Ready? All gone? It's good fun. Obviously you love them to bits, but it's nice to be able to put your arm around them and just coach them and make sure that they're moving in the right direction. Sometimes they come to you a little upset about some of the decisions that the parents have made, and you have to kind of just smooth things over a little bit and try and explain things, but it's special because you can obviously dedicate time to them and chat to them and basically make a contribution to their upbringing and what kind of people they're going to be long term, I guess.
First cuddle with Danny.
It's his first cuddle. That's from me hand. My finger up at it. Lovely.
Brenda Horner was born on the 26th of March 1940. Her grandchildren are also me and Harry.
Grandma was also generous for her birthdays and Christmas. This was because she gave out birthday and Christmas presents early, even though Mum didn't like it, but Grandma was always Grandma.
With Grandma, we didn't really do much outside of going to see her at the house, like, because when we were little we used to go and see her like 3 or 4 times a week, as well as Grandad, because they were obviously together. So yeah, we used to just see her all the time. We used to do things like go on walks at the park, or like go on the odd 1 or 2 shopping trips to Parkgate or stuff like that. And we also had sleepovers, like the odd every few months when we were little and stuff. So we just basically just spent time with her in a house and stuff and made the most of it.
On the 29th of August 2018, me and my mum went to a funeral, and we were at the reception after the funeral, and my mum just went to get herself a drink, and the next thing I heard was people shouting, "Oh, you know, somebody's on the floor." So it was all a bit chaotic. When I went to have a look, it was my mum on the floor. She was unconscious. Somebody phoned the ambulance. So we waited, not too long before they arrived. Oh!
Remember?
Oh, here we go.
Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to Brenda. Happy birthday to me.
Come on.
It was discovered after a CT scan that she'd actually got a bleed on her brain. So they had to brain surgery on her. They had to drain the bleed off her brain, which was terrible, really terrible. She was in hospital for 16 weeks in total.
Hi.
Hi, John.
John is the name of her oldest grandchild. She always confuses with me.
My mum's now living in a care home every week. You know, she's falling quite a lot now, so there's always someone around. She's really quite confused and not remembering things, you know, that happened just a few minutes ago.
What is it like being a grandparent?
Better than being a grandma.
What things do you like about being a grandparent?
Well, I'm able to have my grandkids in, fuss with them, and then send them home. Or if it's such as tall ones and all that, and he don't want to cuddle his grandma, I have to kick his backside to go out. No, it's lovely to have you at my house.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was pick you up and run you through silverwood trees.
I used to like to go and see bluebells,
Oh,
didn't you?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, in Dingle Dell.
Yeah, that was one of your favourite things to do, weren't it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you like remember, kind of thing?
Well, I've always felt them, haven't I?
Yeah.
That's grandma's.
Yeah, that's the job of a grandma, isn't it?
Yes.
Like with Christmas and stuff.
Oh, aye.
And you always come round to us at Christmas, don't you?
Yeah, it's always a laugh when you come around at Christmas, isn't it? So Grandma, I've got some photos to show you.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with this one. That's me and Harry, isn't it?
Do you remember how tiny they were when they were born, Mum?
Oh, God, it was tall, that tiny.
Do you remember when they were in hospital in those
Now, we were
incubators?
smaller, weren't it?
Yeah, I think I've always been the smaller one.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they were in special care, when they were in those incubators, and we used to go all the
I
time?
used to.
Yeah, we used to go and nurse them and do.
Yeah. It were an hard life to deal with them.
And then there's this one.
I remember them shoes looking sideways at you, ain't it?
I know. We look like we're the twins who are like stuck together.
Oh yeah, conjoined.
Yeah, we look like we're lucky and we've still got her around after that nasty fall, but we're lucky we've probably got her for a little bit longer, so we best make the most of her while we still can.
Christmas goes on about old
And Harry's
age.
still in hospital, bless him. But we're thinking about him.
After looking into my history of grandparents in my family, I now understand the strong bond between grandparents and grandchildren. They have given each other knowledge about the old world and the new world, and how times have changed from grandparents being strict, aggressive and old-fashioned decades ago to now being kind, generous and caring. Even if your grandparents aren't here like my granddad, you will cherish the memories you have with them, and their stories will live on with you and the next generation in your family, from your grandparents and me.